Hello, everybody. Happy Thursday night, and welcome to the May 25th edition of Thursday Night Live. We are in for a very special treat tonight because we have a guest teacher coming to us from Altamont, Missouri, and her name is Ronda Parker. And Ronda is an excellent resource and reference to go to because she has a lot of experience with horses that a lot of the rest of us don't. And this is definitely a group of people, prospects and team members alike, that is growing. A lot of people want to use natural products on their horses because, much like dogs, horses are just really big furry members of our family. So I hope that you get a ton out of this tonight. And Rhonda, thank you so much for your time. And thank you to your camera crew and your gorgeous horse in the background. I will go ahead and turn the class over to you.
All right. Well, thank you, Skyla. Thank you for having me. Right now, my horse in the background is missing. But she's not far, so I'm going to start out this night by putting a little Valor on, because I need to. So go ahead and get your favorite oil and get yourself some oil up and get you something to drink, and let's dig into this essential oils with horses. Tonight I'm going to present some ideas about how to use essential oils in the horse barn. I will get through all this and answer any questions that you have at the end. I think that would just be easier. This is my very first ever live anything with oils. I have recorded videos, but it seems like it's much easier than being live. I really Sky asked me this. She knows my fears, and she knows that I live in my comfort zone box and I need to get out of it, and I am working on that. So I thank her for asking me to do this. So my story is, I have been using essential oils for about 3 years now, but I've never really shared them until just about maybe 6 months, maybe. I don't know what took me so long to even start using them, let alone sharing them with everyone, because I love them so much. They have quickly become my new favorite remedy for just about everything. I have learned so many different ways they can be used for us around the house. I just started using Young Living supplements probably about a month ago, I think on my April ER order, and I am absolutely in love with them. I have used supplements for a very long time. I never really knew where they were coming from or what was in them. I just bought them in bulk because I used them so much, and probably didn't really ever notice a difference through all these 10 years or whatever it's been since I've been using supplements. But in the month I've been using Young Living supplements, I can ride for 3 hours straight, and my knee is perfect. I mean, I'm not going to say they don't hurt at all, but they are so much different than what I was normally experiencing after I rode. So I've used supplements to clean house. I've used just the oils. And then slowly starting to get into how we can use them with our furry friends. I have been slowly building my essential oil stash as I learn more about them. Every month I hear of something new and I've got to try it. So I get on there and I add that to my ER order. So a lot of you probably know what essential oils are. They're the most powerful part of the plant. They're distilled from shrubs, flowers, trees, roots, and bushes, and fruit rinds, resins, and herbs. Oils consist of over different natural organic compounds. So in humans, they provide support for every system of the body: the skeletal system, the muscular system, the respiratory, the immune. So I thought, why not? Why wouldn't they work with horses? Because we use them for emotions, we use them for spiritual support in our prayer lives. There's over 300 oils, but it only takes about 10 to 12 oils to make a good kit to get you started. And a lot of the stuff that I have here is stuff that you can just get right from your kit right off the bat. So you don't have to be an aromatherapist to use them. In fact, I'm not an equine expert. I'm not any kind of a certified anything in equine or essential oils, but I essential oils and I love horses. So two together that I am striving to do. Um, there's so many different ways that you can get, there's probably 3 specific ways that essential oils get into your system. You can use them topically. You just rub them on your skin, and it's the same with horses. You can just rub them on their coats. You can use them in a diffuser. You can inhale. You can put them in capsules. I do it all with them. So the same holds true when you're using them on our furry friends. So the fun thing about essential oils is that they are as beneficial to you, to the one applying them, as they are to the horse that's receiving them. You can use them for physical, emotional, and respiratory in the same ways that you use them on yourself. So when I first started using oils with the horses, I kind of dabbled here and there. Using them, I would just use oils like Peace and Calming and Stress Away, lavender, and I would just apply it on the pole of their head, just on their top of their head, right between their ears. If anything else at the time, I just thought, well, it makes me feel better, makes me feel more secure that things are going to go smoothly when we ride. It worked more than I ever thought it would. I was pleasantly surprised. So I decided to look more into using them. I have researched recipes. I have researched how they're used and how they're used with horses. I like to tweak them just exactly the way that I want them. And I also started looking into Young Living's pet line. I ordered the ointment through the Pet Sense, and I have used it. She had an abscess on her jaw that we lanced, and then we started applying. We applied some thieves to clean it out a little bit and some tea tree, and then we applied that Pet Sense ointment, and I have just been pleasantly surprised with how it works. The more you use these oils, the more you will find new ways and how you can just fall in love with them every time. I also recently attended my first equine raindrop technique, and then this came, and I am so excited to put this to use. The equine raindrop technique was so interesting that you can just love up on your horse so much with the oils. And I would be so happy to get together with you and show you how to do this, or work with your horse on this. So many things with this raindrop technique. You can address the emotional well-being of the horse. You can assist in releasing negative energies, and traumas and training issues. You can help prevent and combat occasional soreness. It also supports healthy immunity. It assists with the release of toxins on a cellular level. It is a great way to bond with your horse as well. So in the past, we have used, we ride a lot. In fact, we're getting ready to leave tomorrow for a camping trip with the horses. We take them with us in our camper and ride at various places. In the past, we've always taken horse spray to fly spray to spray them so they're not bothered by the flies while we're out. But when you ride, when you spray it on them and it blows back in your face, and you're thinking, oh my gosh, I don't want that blowing in my face. But you're thinking, okay, if it blows in your face and you don't want it blowing in your face, why would you spray it in the face of your horse? So I looked into what might work with them with the oils. I have researched many things. This is my go-to friend. I love this book. It's the ADR, the Animal Desk Reference, Essential Oils for Animals. It is written by Melissa Shelton, holistic veterinarian. And I go to this. It's got supplements. It's got dogs, cats, equine. It is my go-to book other than my essential oil reference guide. I absolutely love it. So I found the recipe for the fly spray, and I made that on a line here not too long ago. I will be using it. I will be taking all this stuff with us when we go on our camping trip tomorrow. This contains apple cider vinegar, peppermint oil, eucalyptus, citronella purification, um, um, which are all very good properties for keeping away the pests. I still don't ever spray it right in their face. I still feel like, I don't know, I still put it on my hand, rub it in my hand, and then rub it on their eyes and stuff. So tonight I also have a new recipe of a cooling spray that we're going to take with us. It was supposed to be 80 degrees while we were in Arkansas this weekend when we leave to go ride. So it gets very hot after you ride. So I thought I want to try a cooling spray. So you'll still take a 32-ounce bottle, just like the fly spray. It's a cup and a half of witch hazel. It's got peppermint in it. It's got eucalyptus. It's got wintergreen. It's got Epsom salt, and it's got pure aloe. And then you fill up the rest of it with water. So you just spray this on after you ride and give them a little bit of cooling sensation. It's not very hot here, but if you spray it on yourself, that's another thing I love about these oils. You can use them on yourself. I would eat these if I needed to. But it's very cooling spray. But and also the peppermint in it, I like the peppermint and lemongrass because it also helps repel pests and ticks and stuff. So that's another good reason I like this stuff. And another thing I think about this recipe is it's got Epsom salt and wintergreen in it, peppermint also. All these things can be used to soothe muscles. So I feel like not only am I cooling off my horse, but I'm also helping to soothe any muscles or muscle aches that they may have gotten during our ride. So I love that about it. I also made this mane and coat conditioner. It's got some aloe. It's got glycerin. It's got water. It also has peppermint and lemongrass, lavender. It's very good to spray on. It's a kind of a set of shampoo. You can use it to get them clean a little bit. You can also add some vinegar to it if you want to. That helps. I also made some snacks, some treats to take with us this weekend. Basically, they are just oats, organic, it's no sugar added applesauce, maybe some shredded carrots, and 10 drops of vitality oil of your choice. I like peppermint. I put peppermint in these because it's kind of enticing, something that they like. It's got digestive support, and it helps keep their breath fresh. Peppermint is a strong, clean, and fresh minty aroma. It's one of the oldest and highly regarded for soothing digestion. It may also restore digestive efficiency. There was a Jean Valnut, MD, studied peppermint supportive effect on the liver and respiratory systems. Dr. William N. Denver of the University of Cincinnati also studied peppermint's ability to improve concentration and mental sharpness. Peppermint may also be used to enhance the flavor of the food water. So a lot of times when we're out riding, we'll put in peppermint in their water, so they it'll cool them off a little bit. They like the flavor of it, so they drink it. You can also use Digize Vitality in these. It's a great blend for horses for digestive support. If they have a digestive upset of some kind. It is a dietary supplement that provides valuable aid for digestive concerns and helps support a healthy digestive system. You can also use these Vitality. We did give her when we lanced her abscess that she had on her face. We not only put on the Pet Sense ointment after we washed it with some feeds and stuff, but we also put a little bit of tea tree in her feed. Just to kind of help in case there's an infection situation. We did that. So Thieves Vitality is an excellent oil to help support your horse's immune system. It's a great choice for horses with compromised immune systems or recovering from an illness or injury. Many of you probably know how thieves got their name. It was created based on research about 4 thieves in France who covered themselves with cloves, rosemary, and other aromatics while robbing plague victims. This proprietary essential oil was universally tested for its cleansing abilities. It is highly effective in supporting the immune system and good health. I also found a shampoo recipe. We haven't started to shampoo them. We don't shampoo them a lot during the winter time because it's cold. And also I like the mane and coat conditioner for helping with getting cleansed a little bit. But there's a shampoo that I'm going to try. It does have Castile soap in it, jojoba oil, coconut oil, vegetable glycerin, witch hazel, and the essential oils of your choice. So that's one of the recipes I want to give a little try and maybe tweak it to how I like it. But I also use Orthosport. You can use it on you. You can use it on your horse. It's a good oil for if they're a little sore. And there's a lot of oils in this raindrop kit that can be utilized. I'm very excited about using this. I can't wait to get started on this raindrop stuff. But anyway, this has your carrier oils in it. It has the Ortho Ease in it. It also has the B6 for your carrier oil. I found when I did the raindrop technique class that I was able to use all of the oils actually without using any kind of carrier oil. They didn't seem to be affected by it, but the reason you would want the carrier oils is if it seems to be, a lot of these oils are hot, and if horse is experiencing a little bit of anxiety, a little bit of upset when they put it on them, that means it may be hot and they needed a carrier oil for it. So I am so excited to try this. So that's about what I have for you tonight. I don't know if there's been any questions up to this far, but I probably won't be able to answer them because I really can't see what's going on. But I do want to show you this again. If you don't have one of these and you have animals, I would suggest you get one of these. I mean, you can even take care of your elephant in here, your fairies and your unicorns. So if you don't have one of these, the very last section of it talks about there's canine.
Sorry.
There's raindrop. It talks very extensively about the raindrop technique through here, and then it talks about equine conditions. You don't really think about how many equine conditions there can be, but there are probably just as many as there are for humans. So I do want to give her a little treat right now. One of these little treats that we've got. What's that noise? Right now she just wants grass, it seems. She wants to eat grass.
That's so awesome, Rhonda.
So are there any questions up to right now that I can answer for you guys? Because I kind of talked as much as I can talk about what I've got here.
You did absolutely great. I'm going to say thank you, and we're going to wrap up the recording part. So definitely we appreciate you sharing so many of your great tips and resources and all of that. So thank you everybody for joining. Hang on just a couple more minutes and we'll do questions.